here to talk about the internet and its infinite possibilities. Kuwait's been a center of commerce and industry in the region since its inception. We were the first country in the region to partake in political and democratic elections. We were also the first, one of the first, to become part of the internet. And so I don't know if you all remember the days of the internet when it was called IRC and web pages were static and very business card-like. And they were kind of boring actually. And things changed as the internet potential, its commercial potential was seen. Here you can see the rise of the local web basically. And we now are able to basically order food online, we can bank online, we can buy tickets online, and we can shop for, get our news from any news source we want, uncensored and unaltered. Social media has changed things as well. There are Facebook and Twitter. I don't know, anyone's parents recently added them on Facebook? Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? There are about 481,000 people on Facebook now in Kuwait. That's a lot. And that changes things for businesses by a lot as well. Now companies, large or small, can engage directly with their customers with this web of people, and they can do it at no cost whatsoever, leveling the marketing playing field between large and small companies. Let me tell you a story. About 2 years ago, on February 26, 2008, a few friends and I were hanging out at the AlGharabally hotel. We're moving, it's National Day, so we're enjoying the holidays, and we began talking about Kuwait and what does Kuwait need. And we throw a few ideas out across the table and start talking about different things we could do, how we can help Kuwait, how can we make things better over here. And it turned out to be something sort of a startup weekend. And we finally came up with an idea that we liked a lot. And a friend and I decided to go into this venture, and it was basically on real estate. And we looked at the current methods of finding property in Kuwait, and they were basically newspaper classifieds, which you'd go around and circle and try to find property there. And your friendly local real estate agent, and driving around. Well, we all know that there are issues with this, and we looked at the problems with this, and they were unreliable, they were expensive, and exceptionally tiring. And the biggest problem with them was that they lacked transparency and the clear market choices that people need to make a proper decision. So we took our first step. We said, okay, we came up with a company name, Society. And we grabbed the domain name, Society.com, and we created a logo. And that wasn't it. We decided to try to find a company that could create the website according to the specifications we wanted to be as best as possible. We went out there, this was actually the first concept we came up with, and it's not perfect, and it's on its way there. But we've moved a lot since then. And while we were working on the site, we decided to actually move into offices, to have that anchor of integrity that clients need. A place where clients and customers can come visit us and know that we were here to stay. And basically this is where we are at now, and we've launched about 3 weeks ago. It's brand new, and our website's ready, and we're always constantly changing it and improving it. That's our mentality. You can see right there, as you can tell, it's actually map-based. And that's because we believe that property and real estate is location-based. And you can easily just go on there, put the criteria you want, and it pops out the results you want to see. Well, I can talk a little more about this, but you guys can visit the site directly, Society.com. And we realized there was a side effect to our business. We were actually reducing the amount of driving people were doing to find property. And no matter how insignificant it might seem on its own, together and collectively it can reduce carbon footprint. And there was another problem actually that we had to solve. That problem was that people were still using paper systems and for documents and keeping track of tenants and contract expiry and rent, and it's an incredible waste. So we began to work on a a system that would reuse this paper. And this is it, it's coming up now. It's basically a property management system that anyone can go up, any owner, agent, or manager can go and log on and modify and add buildings and modify the buildings and receive tenant alerts when a contract is going to expire or a rent is delayed. And this is, we provide this all for free. So I think it's pretty effective. We also tapped into that medium I brought up earlier, which is basically the social media, Facebook and Twitter. And we asked people what they thought about the site, and they gave us that motivational support that we needed so much. They gave us good and bad feedback, which we constantly need in order to improve our site. And it made me think about the opportunities that are out there and the potential for things that people can do online. So for example, this guy, he's an artist. He created a social media art project where he requested, people would request him to do certain things with his painting and he would do them. Thousands of people across the world, and that was his art project. And then you have public initiatives happening that basically the US and UK governments decide to say, okay, this is all our confidential private data and we're going to unleash it and allow anyone to use it and create software from it. Or in Boston where you can go and take snapshots of roadworks or potholes that need work, and you can upload them to a site and hold the government liable for fixing it on time. And it gets me to think about the possibilities and the potential that can happen between us, citizens, the government, and businesses. That if we can have a synergy between them, what are the possibilities for a better world? Where we can create software, solutions that can better our world. Thank you.